Welcome, boys. I hope we're all doing okay. I just had a big pizza. I hope you're eating well, and you've been enjoying your time at home. Inshallah, there's nothing to worry about, and we'll be okay. This is our first science lesson from home, and it's basically a review of some of the things we've already covered in class. So, in your science textbooks, this corresponds with pages 6 to 13, and we're talking about simple machines. Okay, so our goal here is for you guys to know that machines are forces that transfer energy, right? We already know that. That's covered in the textbook. And we've talked about what a good machine is. A good machine, puts out more output than the input. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in this slideshow. So vocabulary, these are some new words for the unit. We've covered some of them. They are in your textbooks. Let's discuss them. A machine. A machine is a device that transfers force and energy to help perform a task. Okay, a force is a push or a pull. Okay, either you can push somebody away from you or pull them close to you. If they have coronavirus, push them away from you. Force advantage. Okay, so this is the benefit of having an output force that is greater than your input force. Okay, so an advantage, a machine has an advantage if it's giving you more output than input. Okay, an output force, the force applied on an object by a machine. Okay, so how much power the machine is applying to something. For example, okay, you have a hammer. A hammer is applying a lot of force onto the nail. That is called the output force. The input force is the amount of effort you put into the machine. So for a hammer, you have to swing the hammer. That's the input force. For bringing up the elevator, you just push the button and it does the rest. The distance advantage. Now the distance advantage is how far the machine moves something. So when the user moves a short distance while causing the object to move a much greater distance. You guys do this every single day you play football. When you kick the ball, you only move your foot maybe about 2 or 3 feet, but you move it with a lot of power, and it sends the ball flying into the net. And finally, you have the mechanical advantage, which is what you want a good machine to do. So a really, really great machine has a high mechanical advantage, a machine that influences the size of the output force. So basically, how much the machine is giving you. Okay, a good machine will take a little bit of input and give you a large mechanical advantage. Okay, so this video I'm going to link it to the description in the description below, and you guys can watch this. It'll help you understand forces and motion a little bit better. Okay, so here we go. We have a few machines that also have a very, very high mechanical advantage. For example, the hockey stick, that has a very, very high distance advantage. Like I said, with the soccer ball, when you kick a football, it goes flying, and you didn't move your foot that much, but the ball went very, very far. The same way with a hockey stick, you'll move the hockey stick a few feet, and it'll send the puck flying across the ice, very, very far. Okay. Another one is the jack that we use for the car, which is a type of a lever, and you're using the lever, and it actually has a pump inside with some liquid, usually oil, that helps lift up a car, and it's giving you that mechanical advantage. The input is not very, very, very hard, but you're able to lift a car by using the jack. Okay, so some machines help you to perform a task that requires a large force while you're only applying a small force, and that is perfectly exemplified in the car jack. All right, input and output. Again, another video. I will link it in the description, and you guys can click on that below. The input force is the force you apply. The output force is the reaction of the machine. In this case, the wedge splitting the wood. So the same way an axe works, or you might put a nail into something. When you put in some effort, it gives you an output, and the output here is splitting the log. Okay. All right. So here's the activity. You are going to list 3 examples of forces in your daily surroundings. You can write it in the comments below, but also this question is going to show up in a Google form at the end of this video, which is what your assignment is going to be. Okay, so simple machines overall make our lives easier. Okay, that's the whole point of a simple machine. It's just to make your job easier. All right, so here is the introduction to the 6 simple machines. Now, I had sent home a PDF booklet with the 6 different machines, and I'll be teaching you about each machine from the lever, the inclined plane, the screw, the pulley, the wheel and axle, and the wedge. Now, I know we've talked about them in class. I know I've spoken to you guys, but now I have to teach you guys from online, and I hope that you guys are gaining that understanding of the simple machines. Okay? All right, so you're going to answer the following questions and some more inside the Google quiz. So how do simple machines help us in everyday life? And you're going to give an example, and I also have some more questions in there, so feel free to click that link and go to the Google form and fill it out. All right, that's it for this lesson. Okay, I'm going to have another lesson up maybe tomorrow or the day after about pulleys. Okay, and we'll continue with the rest of the machines as such. Take care, and don't let this get you down.